Hey, hey. Focusing today on a quick hip extension focus. Obviously, when you're on the treadmill, you're not having to extend your hip using your muscles because the belt is doing it for you. So this is just a nice way to run through some exercises. Nice way to start is just by doing some hip bridges. So pressing your heels into the ground in order for your hips to go straight up. Hopefully you're not feeling like your quads are doing the work. If your feet are sliding away from you, or if you feel like you're moving up towards your head, then you're probably more quad dominant in this hip bridge. So the goal is to really curl from your knees, meaning pulling your heels to your glutes in order to press up. So as I'm here, it's almost like I'm trying to pull myself that way, pulling my heels this way in order to really engage everything behind the leg. So a couple different variations on the hip bridges. You can go wide. So right now my feet are wider than hip width apart. You can go narrow with your ankles and your knees touching. You can go in a little bit of external rotation with your pinky toes on the ground. You can do a little bit of internal rotation with your feet wide, but your knees rotated inward. Make sure that doesn't feel like it twists your knee at all. You can do a stability hip bridge, so fingertips on your ASISs here, lifting your foot just 1 inch off the ground and making sure that your pelvis stays in exactly the same place as it does when you're doing your double leg hip bridges. And then last, you can do some single leg. Shoot that other leg either, I'll show you this side here, either up towards the ceiling or straight out in front of you for a little more rotational activation. And again, I don't know how well you can see in this video, but the goal, if I'm lifting my left leg, the goal is to keep my left hip high. So it's really easy to be here, not here, when I'm just having my right foot on the ground. Hopefully that makes sense. Next, going into standing, you're gonna do some tippy birds. So straight leg hinging at your hip. Here's a side view. Straight leg hinging at your hip, not rounding your back. And you're finding those hip extenders as you come up. So you're thinking about pushing your hips forward, squeezing your glute, and then as your hamstring flexibility allows, you can increase the range of motion where you're really getting into that 90-degree angle maybe, as long as you feel like you can still maintain control of the movement at your glute. You're gonna do a few of those on each side, then, and feel free to hold on for balance, it's not a balance exercise. Then you're gonna increase that range of motion and you're gonna swing all the way through with your other leg and you're gonna bring your knee to your chest. So again, trying to focus on the glutes to do that motion and thinking about swinging your pelvis forward in order to get that other knee high. So this is me not fully coming up and just kind of lifting the knee, right? The difference between here and here is that glute that we're looking for. After that, if you want to add a little power, a little speed, you can do a little bit of a hop. So you're going to be in your tippy bird position, and then you're just going to come forward onto the other leg. So side view, tippy bird, kind of getting yourself ready to really feel like you're exploding from your hip here, and then coming forward, landing on that other leg. If you don't have a lot of room, you can do a tippy bird into more of a vertical jump. And same thing, thinking about that knee up. So right there, pelvis forward instead of just a hop. So hips drive forward and then coming up onto that. Have fun with it, see what you think.